Anyways, looking at the teams here coming out, we're going to look at the Flat Earth side first. We're going to have Bromas on the defensive Junkrat, Dracaeus on Reinhardt, Lynx on Zenyatta, Crew on Lucio, Artier on the McCree, and Vonthil rounding out on the Symmetra. So Bromas perhaps going to take up Junkrat Alley.
Yeah, no, it's a perfect name for it too. We saw the Genji over here before, but at some point someone has to be taking this alley because you don't want to let the offensive team just walk up these stairs and push at you face first. You want to keep some of this architecture in their way, the statue, everything, etc. So holding down this left side is important. We're going to see Vonthil dropping sentries over there as well as the Symmetra to kind of, you know, clue them in on when someone's coming over there. Are they actually setting up in the hotel here though? Do you see this?
Yeah, they are in this hotel. Well, there's really two hotels. There's this hotel and then there's the other hotel. At some point, you gotta be clear which hotel is which, but...
the Meridian.
Yeah, they're
talking about the Meridian.
The Meridian.
It's got a name. It's
got a dignified, unique name. No, I mean, works for me.
All right, offensively, they're gonna try this Hanzo strap, but no one's really out on the point to eat these scatter shots.
Nope, so... Yeah, they're holding the hotel. This is an interesting place to hold. And they're probably less likely to get scatter arrow. As I say, a scatter arrow somehow finds its way in there. So the Hanzos are down. No value has been had from those scatter shots. I think what's gonna happen, by the way, we're gonna see that strategy fall in favor until it, you know, magically comes back in at some point.
Yeah, until teams stop defending against it, and then, you know, they'll pull it out as a curveball.
Meanwhile, we got Pluppy coming in over the top for early poke. Both teams still full strength. No one going yet, but one. A nice bomb for Bromas takes out Pluppy, even as Bromas is sent away. And Bromas now 2 kills on the Junkrat, doing work. Coco goes down as well. IDDQD still trying to keep some of the pressure in.
Other res.
Mendo goes down, but yeah, they got the early res off, and now that res coming out from Tipstank could be the difference maker. We do have the tire coming out. The tire going to go down to a fire strike, so not quite what they want here. And look at this, IDDQD getting on top of the point after what seemed like a lackluster run just off the power of Resurrect alone. We do have reinforcements though coming in from Flat Earth on the way back in. Both rounds just gonna charge into each other. Vonthil with a big kill at Symmetra, running around, getting ready to left click some people to death, has Internet Hulk in his sights, might get him as well. And even though IDDQD able to get 2 parts of the point here, Flat Earth holding on at least for now.
Yeah, should make the next push much easier in the very least for them though. So some good pressure. I thought they were actually gonna grab it off the strength of that res, but a good defensive hold to stabilize there.
Yep, so taking a look, we got Artier moving around towards the backside. Good defensive place to hold as McCree, but IDDQD going to be coming in soon. And I do think Chipsogen going to have this ult up for this next fight. It's not up yet, but it charges very, very quickly. So, from the Flat Earth side, not only do they need to wipe people out, but they have to be worried about the res as well. Look at this high noon coming out from Artier, going to take on the bridge above, do a bit of damage. Defensive sound barrier is out, and Flat Earth is in, charging down the remainder of the IDDQD team, but not going to the way they want. Coco able to take out Lynx, Pluppy able to take out Vonthil, so they get some kills, but it's not at all one side. Here comes Pluppy. Justice reigns from above, picks up 2 kills. Chipsogen could res at any moment, and there's the res. Heroes never die, except for Chipsogen, who immediately dies after resing. Irony not getting lost there, but we see Coco charging in, gets an extra crunch kill. IDDQD on top of the point, and they are going to take it with 5:37 remaining on the clock, so good fight for IDDQD, and really sort of, we see the power of Mercy Res there, keeping them in it.
Yeah, some nice reses there. I'm just still baffled. Internet Hulk showed up in the feed as though he killed himself on the Zarya, and I'm trying to figure out how that possibly happened, or if it's just a feed bug, but very strange stuff.
Strange stuff indeed, but IDDQD now moving through the street phase. Now we're going to see, will there be a big defense coming out here from Flat Earth? We've seen teams even just earlier today put on great defensive showings in this particular part of the streets. Mendo able to take out Bromas, so that's going to make that a little bit unlikely. Junkrat was doing a lot of work here for Flat Earth, but he's going to be down for a little bit.
Yeah, Lynx though is able to take out Chipsogen in the back end, and they were going to take this fight to him.
Yeah, they're going directly, and meanwhile, look at Mendo creeping to the back, as it were, gets a kill on Dracaeus with Internet Hulk. Very far in the back, has Lynx in his sights, but Lynx not having any of it, just takes him out with a direct rocket. Lynx himself, though, under pressure from Pluppy. Pluppy flying in there as Farad, gonna take him out. So, some good use of Fairy here today. Hex, you must be happy.
Yeah, I'm really digging it, and just, you know, to that point, Wombo combo is up for IDDQD. They've got Graviton, Surge, and Barrage ready to use together if they want. Mendo can get in on it with his High Noon as well.
Take a look at Internet Hulk. Internet Hulk could be dropping a Graviton Surge at any point. He is going to get knocked down by Reinhardt. Still going to live here, at least for the moment. Pluppy takes out Arts here. It is not actually High Noon. McCree might want to get his watch checked. 3 kills here for IDDQD as they move forward. And they gotta be capping this next point soon. This is all the momentum in the world for them. The teleport is up for the defense, but I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. They do reach the checkpoint with 5:55 remaining on the clock.
Yeah, very good pace going here too. I mean, it's really interesting. The IDDQD is kind of the perpetrators of the so-called God comp, and they've run it to perfection, and not a single Zenyatta coming out from them so far this game.
No, and IDDQD, I mean, their momentum has been very, very significant here. And as you said, no Zenyatta, even though Zenyatta, of course, I hear that many people think is due for a nerf. They're not running double orb comp on King's Row at all right now.
They're going to try to set up this Wombo combo, and Ninjahawk's coming in for the Graviton Surge. There it is.
There it is. It gets actually quite a few people in there. Barrage coming in over the top from Puppey.
Oh
3 kills for Puppey. Justice raining, though, on the IDDQD team from Lynx. We'll see if it's enough, but look at that Resurrect from Chipsogen. Brings everyone back up. That died to Lynx's handiwork, and as a result, IDDQD going to finish out the map with a pretty quick time on King's Row.
Yeah, that's sub 5 minutes for sure. Yeah, I mean the combo was nice because they didn't need to use it early in fights. They've had that combo up since before they captured second point, and then they just were able to ride it in. They should have maybe seen it coming, but this, yeah.
Yeah, this is the final play here from Pluppy. Justice raining from above and then some. Great combination of ults there.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the original Wombo, right? I mean, we used to see it very early on in Beta 1 when Zarya was more in the meta. She's, of course, being reintroduced in the meta because of the recent patch notes. But early on, streets on King's Row were defined by getting hit by a Graviton and getting Justice rain from above on both sides. So interesting to see that the so-called stale meta not even peeking its head up in King's Row. King's Row has been a map that's been somewhat resistant to the double orb composition, though, at least at first point.
Yeah, it has. I'm not really sure why that is. I mean, it's just sort of the close quarters and how people tend to fight it out, but you're right, it has been a less used map for double orb than other maps, especially for point A, where some teams just think it's really bad on the first point. So, moving on to the second half, it's going to be Flat Earth's time to attack. 450 is the time to beat. And now we'll just have to see if they change up their offense at all, and in fact, it looks like they still might be running double orb on this side. We haven't seen their full offensive comp yet, but it's kind of looking like it, Hex.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of at least hinting at it. Of course, defensively, they'll be boosting out their Symmetra with triple Lucio. Cool little thing to get your Symmetra out there quickly, to get many turrets as up as possible. Yeah, we'll see. It looks like they do have the beginnings of double orb coming up. We usually wait for them to lock in, and then we'll see what flavor they want to run. Of course, that flavor being determined by that kind of 6th position, the flex spot in this composition.
Definitely. So taking a look at the defense coming out here for IDDQD, they're of course going to boost out Internet Hulk right away. We've seen it a billion times over. Pluppy going to switch to his real main, of course, Junkrat. He's going to go Junkrat Alley. Something I think we saw, I'm not going to say first out of Pluppy, but, or Seagull for that matter, but
right.
I do think Pluppy's one of the ones that really popularized going to the alley to start out with.
And he runs
Coco on the Reinhardt, Mendo on the McCree, the Bridge Up on the Lucio, Chipsogen on Zenyatta, and Internet Hulk rounding things out on the Symmetra.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to figure out what if Pluppy has a main. He plays so many heroes and he plays them so well. He got very popular just based on his early Genji play, but that has been changed up since the addition of Mendo. On the offense, though, Bromos will be playing Junkrat as well as the 6th in this flex composition. Crew and Vanathu will be playing the Zenyatta's, Lynx on Tracer, Artyr on Genji, and Dracaeus on Symmetra.
And the timer is in play, 450 on the clock now for Flat Earth as they move forward. So let's take a look at Pluppy here. Pluppy in the alley doing his normal Junkrat spam, and this is a huge barrier to the teams as they try and get through here on point A.
Yeah, and they generally have to send someone over to try to deal with it, and usually they send 1 or 2. Oftentimes that 1 or 2 person fails to deal with it. Not only will they get themselves killed sometimes, but Pluppy with the mine placement is usually able to escape at the very least, so he has dominated the left side of this map since as far back as I can remember now on King's Row.
Yeah, I mean, it's really difficult to get in on him. You see people go for him, he'll be able to mine himself out, and get away, and so forth. And Pluppy with first ball of the game on Dracaeus. Lynxo in the back is able to take out Coco, and I think right now a solution to deal with Pluppy is ignoring him, but I'm not sure that's going to work, as Pluppy gets a good concussive mine blast on Bonifil. But looking at 2 kills for both teams right now, as Flat Earth moves forward, so may ignore this right away. Nice stick from Lynx, takes out Chipsogen. Lynx getting some work done as Tracer in the back. Meanwhile, Plumpy does finally go down to Drakeus, so Flat Earth starting to make their case as they get on the point A, and they might even cap it quicker than IDDQD did.
Yeah, they're chaining some good kills here. Now they're in very forward position. They've got some Metro turrets set up too. It's just kind of really just rushed through that point and took it immediately. Very nice cap.
Yeah, and in fact, that was actually faster than IDDQD's first point time, so good stuff coming up from Lynx. I think Lynx a big part of fueling that for Flat Earth as they go forward, and take a look at Lynx. Lynx going like really far back. We'll come back to that after. Meanwhile, we have Bromas still on offensive Junkrat, still spamming down the alley, trying to make the most of that AoE. Lucio trying to say a little bit of it, but Lucio has to be careful. You can't go straight on the Junkrat. His close range power is just way too strong.
Yeah,
but as I say that, he goes down, so the bridge about making it happen. I'm not sure if Bromas was low to start out with or just too many shots, but wow, that is not something you see happen.
They're bringing the fight to them on defense here. They're pushing very far forward. They want to take over this archway and not let them get in.
Taking a look here, we got Artier on the Genji now. Trying to spam down on the IDDQD team, and you're right, IDDQD is very far up front. They don't want to give up a single inch for too much here in any case. And it's interesting because a lot of times you'll see teams give up a lot on the streets phase until the very end, but IDDQD, they're defending very far forward right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is an area that we don't see a lot of teams defending, but it seems like they're in it for the long haul as they have some Metro turrets and everything.
Oh, look at this though, 2 kills coming up from Flat Earth as they move forward. Flat Earth is still holding on to a lot of vaults. Lynx with the double kill there, making things happen on Tracer. So that's 3 down for IDDQD, and again, look at the ult situation. Everything is up except Pulse Bomb right now, and Pulse Bomb might be up soon as well.
Yeah, they're in a great situation, and most teams don't get past first point against
Defensive Sound Bear is up, Teleporter has been found. Lynx going in very deep on it. I'm not sure if he was able to pull it or not. In fact, the Teleporter is still up. It does go down, however, the Artier. Artier slicing and dicing, is able to take on air health, takes a Teleporter, but is going to go down to the Earth Shatter of Coco. But hey, you know, force that one-person Earth Shatter. There are worse things in the world, and the cart is making great progress.
Yeah, now Coco was actually really hurt during that engagement too. He pops his head out of the subway and gets taken down as well. Only Pluppy on the cart trying to defend, taken out by his opposite number in Bromas.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of good pressure coming in from Flat Earth. In fact, again, good time being made. I think they're still beating IDDQD's time up to this point, but they're going to have to keep moving forward. They have about 1:30 left to beat IDDQD's time. So even though this is a very fast King's Row time, they really don't have that much in the way of a margin for error.
No, in a little bit.
Pulse Bomb coming up from Lynx. Lynx able to take out Mendo with that Pulse Bomb. Plumpy, though, now switching the Widow, takes out Artier. Both teams 5-5. Offensive Transcendence is out. And then we see Lynx coming in here, trying to make the most of it, as both teams going back and forth, and really no one dying for a while. Plumpy, though, able to take out Drakeus. Bromas on Chipsogen. Again, both teams striking at each other hard. Lynx going into the backfield, trying to take out Lucille. Will take him out. Evading the McCree. Will not die the McCree just yet. Artier is able to take out Pluppy. And now the momentum very much in favor of Flat Earth. Time-wise, they only have about 45 seconds left, but this is still a beatable time.
Yeah, IDDQD tried to transition into a very defensive set. They added the Widowmaker and they added a second
Earth Shatter comes down, does knock down one. Coco will take out Crew, but look at this. 2 kills in favor of Flat Earth. Lynx with the cleanup. And now this is very, very scary for IDDQD. They have to stall this out for at least another 30 seconds. Flat Earth threatening to win this map. This is a very close one so far. Chipsogen and Pluppy as May, though, able to get 3 kills between themselves. Perhaps winner is coming. I don't know, Hex.
No, I mean, they definitely knew that they were in the position that they have to only stall out for another 20 seconds here. They're running stall heroes as far as Torbjorn, Divas, and Maze. It's a smart
so
change.
the Divas and Maze, I mean, if nothing else, they're good at stalling. They knew that they only had to stall for a little bit longer. 5 seconds left now on the game. Internet Hulk picking up some kills as Diva, and IDDQD is going to hold. Very interesting strike coming out. I wonder if they were able to force IDDQD's hand to show one of their hidden strats, I suppose.
Well, yeah, I mean, they just knew kind of the situation. They were in a transition to it. It was rough getting into the transition, though, as they tried something in between, as they're adding a couple tanks here and there and adding a Widow. Neither to great effect, but very close. Very, very close. I mean, yeah, generally you don't see IDDQD give up the first point, let alone almost get their time beaten. And it was a good time, too. It was sub 5 minutes.
It was an amazing time coming out from both teams, and again, Flat Earth has nothing to feel bad about that fight. I mean, yeah, they lost King's Row, but they made it incredibly close. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the stick from Lynx. And Lynx was on point with the sticks all day, and one thing I think we're seeing Tracers do more and more here, Hex. We're seeing more and more Tracers set up for an ambush, stay still, hold 3 blinks, and then use all 3 blinks in a Pulse Bomb to make things happen.
Yeah, kind of the more Reaper style of play, just where the hell did that come from out of nowhere? Oh my god, we're dead. You know, Tracer can be super annoying, but she's also, I don't want to say she's easy to track, but she's somewhat easy to know she's around and know you need to be aware of her just because the blink noises and, you know, just kind of the ambient noise that she ends up making. So it's really cool to see them adapt to it. That's just kind of a ambush.